Inspired by the life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman Griselda Blanco comes a new Netflix original limited series. Griselda tells the story of a devoted mother who, with her lethal blend of charm and relentless savagery, creates one of the most powerful cartels in history. Witness Sofia Vergara's captivating transformation into the godmother of the underworld. Griselda, streaming January 25th, only on Netflix.
Whether you're a diehard sports fan, a hopeless romantic, or a comedy aficionado, the Xfinity 10G network was made for streaming it all. Worry less about buffering when streaming your favorite shows, movies, or live sports, and enjoy a better way to watch. Xfinity gives you a reliable connection for streaming, plus all the entertainment you love all in one place. Fear not, because now you can finally sit back, relax, and stream your favorite entertainment and sports like never before with the Xfinity 10G network.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Hans Gerner. I'm the general manager of the Toasted Yolk Cafe at 1725 Washington Avenue.
Yay, we're so excited to have you here. So the first question I always ask my guests is, what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
Well, I'm not a Waco native. I came up from Houston, and what brought us here is we were looking for a good location to expand our franchise business, and Waco seemed like a good spot. It was growing, and the little lack of competition that we have up here regarding brunch and breakfast.
Yes, I'm always telling people we need more brunch and breakfast spots. There's never anywhere I could go to, and the places I try to go to are always full, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's what I understand, and the feedback has been incredible from talking to people around town.
Yay, and you guys have a wonderful location right downtown here on Washington Avenue, so how'd you find it?
Well, we had a real estate guy looking around for us, and we looked at a couple of spots over on Valley Mills and around other restaurants and stuff, but we found this location, and it looked like it was growing towards us, so we liked it.
Yay.
And, of course, the rent was a little cheaper.
Hey, that's always a factor. Yeah. And you guys are gearing up for your opening, so tell me what you guys are shooting for.
We are hoping to open on August 21st, the city permitting. We've had some delays. We're a little behind, and a lot of people have been waiting for us, and we've been waiting as well. So.
We're so excited.
So, yeah,
yes,
we're excited to serve Waco as well. So.
Yeah, that's great. And so you guys specialize in brunch food, breakfast food. Tell me what your hours are going to be.
Yeah, our hours are going to be from 7 until 3 p.m., so 7 days a week. It's basically brunch 7 days a week. We do have a full bar. We have Bloody Marys, mimosas, and the likes.
Ooh.
We serve anything from just standard egg dishes to Benedict Arnold's. We have various versions of those. Omelets. We have salads, soups, hamburgers, sandwiches, the whole works. So it's basically brunch every day.
Yay. And what's your favorite?
I like the West Coast Arnold for one of the breakfast items. And my favorite sandwich is our California Club.
Wow. And so you said you had 2 other locations in Houston, and now you guys are expanding to Waco. So why Waco?
Basically, the lower rent and lack of competition.
You already said it.
So, yeah, the Houston market is pretty much saturated down there, and the rent is way too high. And so we figured we'd branch out into Central Texas. We are looking at possibly Woodway and maybe Temple.
Oh, wow.
So we have some plans in the future, but first we need to get this up and running.
Yes, we're so excited about it. And with that, so how long have you been, working with Toasted Yolk, or how long have you been doing this for?
Well, I've been in the business for quite a long time. I was an entrepreneur. I owned my own restaurant and bars and so forth, and Hurricane Harvey kind of did me in.
Oh, wow.
And then I took a year off during COVID, and that's right about when our Toasted Yolk opened up. Our first franchise was just before COVID, and I started at the first of 2021.
Wow.
So I've been with them since then, and I ran both restaurants there and volunteered to come up here to Waco.
Wow, that's fantastic. And so now you've been in Waco for 6 months. What are you loving most about Waco?
The lack of traffic. And, one thing that
you should hear the locals.
Exactly.
They complain about the traffic.
The locals complain about the traffic, I just laugh. It's like, because I have not had to sit through a stoplight more than once.
Wow.
But I like the small town feel to it. The center of Texas, I like that, and yeah, Chip and Joanna have done a job here, and yeah, the dynamic is changing in this town, and I like to see the growth, and yeah, we're excited to be here.
Yay. And so what would you say is your mission behind Toasted Yolk, and what are you guys hoping to bring?
Well, we want to bring a full service restaurant mentality, kind of big business in a sense. It's just a sign of the growth of Waco. There's a lot of mom and pop places here in town, and we're a franchise and a very fast growing one. We have 35 stores in total right now. Should
Wow.
be 50 by the end of the year. So it's a very fast growing breakfast place. And our franchise only has 3, but we want to expand as well. And the company's expanding quite a bit. So it gives a big business feel, a franchise type of feel to Waco.
Yeah, and I know we're already, halfway done with the year. What are some of your goals to achieve by the end of the year? Either quality, quantity, any of the above?
Well, it's to develop a customer base. We like having lots of regulars. We're very accommodating, have a friendly atmosphere. We like to team up with the Waco ISD as far as catering is concerned, and same with Baylor. So I've already teamed up with them, and we're excited to do a lot of caterings. And basically just let it be known that we're here. And,
Yes.
and that we, pretty much everybody does know we're here, from what I can understand. And so everybody's been waiting for us. And we're right around the corner.
Yes, and so with your opening, are you planning on doing any type of grand opening event or anything special?
Yeah, we're with the Chamber of Commerce here in Waco, so we should have a ribbon cutting. I've partnered with Channel 10. We're hoping to have one of the field reporters, maybe one of the anchors, come down with us on opening day. Still remains to be seen, but it's in the works.
It's in the works.
It's in the works, and then we'll also have radio ads going, and so been doing a lot. We have some billboards up. So we've been doing
I've been
some
seeing the
marketing.
billboards right on Franklin Avenue.
There you go. Yeah, we've been really marketing. I've actually walked up and down every street in downtown and gone in and out of every shop and dropped off cards and discount cards and menus, and everybody seems to know we're coming.
Yay. Well, that's great. Let's take a commercial break real fast, and then we'll be right back. And now for a word from our sponsors.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
And now, back to the episode. And we're back. So I always love asking this question when we come back from break. What do you love most about Waco?
Basically, the small town feel, and as I mentioned before, the lack of traffic. But I like where I live. I live in the Woodway area, and it's really pretty out there. And that's kind of why I want to open another restaurant over there in that area. I like the trees out there, and the lake is nice to go look at. And I've been to the Dr. Pepper Museum, and my first time in the Alico building now.
Yay.
So I've been meaning to come here, and I like the history. I like the fact that the bridge is reopened now, and it's very attractive. And just like to see a small town grow. And I know that some of the locals are, it's up and down whether they like the growth or not. It displaces some, but also some people are also happy to see the growth. So.
Yeah, and with that, what is something you would like to see in Waco? So obviously coming from Houston, I feel like you might have some more opinions.
Yeah, I would, for one, on the city and permitting and so forth, I'd like to see a little more understanding and and a little help from the city. Getting, we're a little behind. They're sticklers about things, but we'll comply with anything they ask, and we're doing our best. And but yeah, I'd just like to see the city grow a little bit, and it's cleaning up quite a bit already. And since we've taken over our building, we've already seen new sidewalks and new stoplights, and it's really looking nice. And I like the downtown part is really, I like the eclectic part of Austin Street, and it's, and I like to be a part of that. I'm glad that we're on the edge of that up there in uptown or whatever.
Yeah, it's considered uptown.
Uptown, right?
Listen, Waco directions don't make any sense.
Right.
This is downtown. That's East Waco. East Waco is not actually
Exactly.
East
Everything
Waco,
goes
North Waco.
It goes on a diagonal in a sense, So
It's because we're from the Bosque, so we use the Bosque as our or as the Brazos as our mark and how we're gonna do it. Which Waco doesn't make any sense anyway. So,
Right.
but we're so glad that we have you here again. I know again, being an entrepreneur, what has it been like being an entrepreneur here in Waco? I know you said you've already partnered with the chamber.
Well, I'm the general manager, but fortunately I have that experience with opening restaurants, and that's why I volunteered to come up here, and that's why they're probably glad to have me up here. Is, I've been dealing with the city and doing all the things that a general contractor would typically do. So, and I'm still doing all that and trying to finish up the last couple of things that the city is asking of us. So, yeah, it's helped having that experience.
And I know you already said that you partner with the chamber, but is there anybody you want to shout out that's helped you along this journey that you're...
Oh, the chamber's been wonderful. They've been very good. The fire marshals have been great. We do have a first responder table that police officers, sheriff's department, medical people, and scrubs, and we have a table dedicated to the first ones in. We have a plaque and everything up for them, and the fire department and so forth. So they've all been really good and helpful. And shout out to my boss, the owner. I mean, he's been so patient with us, and he's getting the one foot in the bill. And my director of operations is Michael Bryant. Our owner is Jerry Doer, and his wife Melissa. They've been really helpful. So.
All right, perfect. And of course, now it's time to plug social media where people can find you, give us location, all the things.
Yeah. Well, you can find us on Facebook. We are also we have our website is thetoastedyolk.com. And Instagram and Facebook is run by our corporate department, so we don't have a personal one for our own particular restaurant. But you can find us all there, and our location is 1725 Washington Avenue, right at 18th Street, across from the library. And my name is Hans Gerner. I'll be there every single day, all day long. So you're welcome to ask for me. I'd love to meet everybody, get to know this town, and be a part of the community.
Yes, and we're looking forward to it. So one more time, tell us when you're planning on opening, and if there's anything else you want to share with our listeners today.
Again, it's August 21st, city permitting.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Absolutely. So it'll be a Monday. That's our grand opening. And, we'll see about TV and radio being down there with us. And we're excited that, school is starting, so we'll get some Baylor people. And, we basically want the whole community to come out and see us.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.